Hey, let me ask you a serious question. Have you ever walked into a conversation, maybe at a store or a coffee shop, and suddenly felt your heart racing? You know exactly what you want to say, but the words just get stuck? Or maybe a native speaker says something super fast, and you just nod and smile because you have no idea what just happened. If that sounds like you, stop scrolling. You are literally in the perfect spot right now. We are going to fix that anxiety today. We are just memorizing lists, we are building your confidence so you can walk into any room and own it. I'm going to guide you through a real life scenario, break it down, and get you speaking. Let's get into it. What is up, everyone? I'm so excited to have you here. Today is all about the shopping trip. This is a classic situation that happens to everyone, but it's actually tricky if you don't know the right phrases. Here is exactly how we're going to do this. I've broken this down into 4 distinct vibes. First, we're going to do a scenario walkthrough. I'm going to tell you the story and act it out so you get the context without stressing over every single word. Second, we're hitting the word bank. I'll explain the slang and the phrases we use in the US so you don't sound like a textbook. Third, we're doing a rapid fire quiz. This is where you prove to yourself that you actually get it. And finally, my favorite part, the speaking workout. We are going to practice speaking together until it feels natural. By the way, if you've been looking for real English conversation practice, this session is designed exactly for that. We're going to take a simple dialogue and squeeze every bit of learning out of it. So take a deep breath, shake out your shoulders, and let's get started with part 1. Part 1, the scenario, listening and context. All right, I want you to close your eyes for a second, or just chill and look at the screen. Imagine you are in a grocery store. It's bright, there's music playing, and you are on a mission. You are looking for a very specific type of cookie for your daughter, but you can't find them anywhere. So you have to do the scary thing. You have to ask a worker for help. Here is how the conversation goes. I'm going to play both parts, the shopper, let's call her Anna, and the store clerk. Just listen to the flow. The dialogue. Excuse me. Yeah? How can I help you? So I'm actually looking for some cookies. Can you help me find them? Sure thing. Do you have a picture of the box? No, I actually don't. Okay, no worries. Do you know the brand name? I honestly don't know. All I know is that they're in animal shapes. Animal shapes? Yeah, like lions, bears, rabbits, cows, dogs. It's basically a zoo of cookies. Oh, you mean the animal crackers. Yeah, we totally have those. Really? Awesome. Where are they? They should be right over there, next to the Oreos. Actually, I just went over there. I didn't see them. Maybe they're out of stock. Could you do me a huge favor and look in the back? Sure. Hang tight for a minute. I'll go check the back for you. A few moments pass. Hey, I am so sorry. We are completely out of stock. Out of stock? Oh no. I've looked for them in like 3 other stores. Everyone is out of stock. Yeah, those cookies are super popular, so they usually go really fast. My daughter loves them. She is going to be so sad. When do you guys get more? New shipments arrive every Wednesday. Perfect. I'll come back next Wednesday then. Tell your daughter we're sorry. Yeah, I will. All right, thanks for your help. Have a good evening. You too. Have a lovely evening. Part 2, the word bank, vocabulary deep dive. Okay, did you catch the vibe of that conversation? It was polite, but a little frustrating for Anna, right? Now let's grab the most important pieces of language from that story. These are the phrases that will help you sound fluent. Phrase number 1, out of stock. You heard this a few times. Out of stock. This basically means the store has 0 left. They sold them all. If you go to buy a PS5 and the shelf is empty, the clerk will say, sorry, it's out of stock. The opposite is in stock. So if you ask, is this in stock? You're asking, do you have any right now? In the US, if something is out of stock, it's usually a bummer. It means you wasted a trip. Phrase number 2, look for. Anna said, I'm looking for some cookies. We use look for when we're trying to find something we don't have yet. I'm looking for my keys. I'm looking for a new job. I'm looking for a boyfriend. It's an active search. Don't just say, I find cookies. Say, I'm looking for cookies. It sounds way more natural. Phrase number 3, look in the back. This is a classic American shopping phrase. Anna asked, "Can you look in the back?" The back refers to the storage room or the warehouse behind the shelves. Customers aren't allowed there. It's mysterious. Sometimes, if the shelf is empty, there might be a box hiding in the back. So if you really want something, ask the worker politely, "Could you check in the back for me?" It might work. Phrase number 4, go fast. The clerk said, "They usually go fast." He doesn't mean the cookies are running a race. He means they sell quickly. When something is popular, it goes fast. Buy those concert tickets now, they go fast. Part 3, rapid fire. Listen and answer. All right, you've got the vocab. Now let's see if you were paying attention. I am going to ask you a question about the story. I want you to answer out loud. Like, seriously, talk to your screen. Don't be shy. I'll give you a second to answer, and then I'll give you the correct one. Question 1. Is Anna looking for chocolate bars? Answer: no, she isn't. She is looking for cookies, specifically animal cookies. Question 2. Does Anna have a picture of the cookies on her phone? No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a picture, which makes it harder for the clerk to help. Question 3. Does Anna know the specific brand name of the cookies? No, she doesn't know the name. She just knows they look like a zoo. Lions, bears, rabbits. Question 4. Where should the cookies be located in the store? They should be next to the Oreos, but remember, Anna didn't see them there. Question 5. What happens when the clerk looks in the back? Bad news, they are completely out of stock. Question 6. When will the store get more cookies? Answer: Wednesday. New cookies arrive every Wednesday. Question 7. What is Anna's plan? Answer: she's going to come back next Wednesday. She's a dedicated mom. How did you do? If you got most of those right, you are crushing it. This is exactly how you learn English through story methods, by engaging with the details, not just memorizing words. Part 4. The speaking workout, shadowing. Now we're moving to the gym phase, the mental gym. This is shadowing. I am going to say a line from the conversation. I want you to repeat it exactly how I say it. Copy my speed, my emotion, and my melody. We are going to focus on sounding smooth, not robotic. Let's go. Excuse me, how can I help you? You to repeat. I'm looking for some cookies. Can you help me find them? Note, did you hear how I connected help me? It sounds like help me. Try that. Do you have a picture? No, I don't. I don't know the name. All I know is they're in animal shapes. Oh, that's the animal cookies. Yes, we have them. They should be over there next to the Oreos. Actually, I just went there. I didn't see them. Pause. Note, put a little stress on actually. It shows you are correcting them politely. Can you look in the back? Sure, wait here a minute. I'll look in the back for you. I'm sorry, they're completely out of stock. Out of stock? Oh no, I looked for them in other stores. Those cookies are very popular, so they go fast. My daughter loves them. She'll be very sad. New cookies arrive every Wednesday. Perfect. I'll come back next Wednesday. Have a lovely evening. Thanks. Have a lovely evening too. Great job. Seriously, shadowing is hard work. It feels weird at first, talking to yourself, but this is the secret weapon. If you do this every day, your mouth gets used to the shape of English words. You guys did amazing today. You took a real scenario, learned the slang, tested your listening, and practiced your speaking. That is a full workout. Here is my challenge for you. Try to use the phrase out of stock or looking for sometime this week. Maybe even just say it to yourself while you're shopping. If this video helped you feel a little more comfortable, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to keep improving your fluency with simple, effective lessons like this, make sure you hit subscribe. This has been Learn English with Jennifer. Keep showing up, keep practicing, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye, guys.